Hello everyone, we've made it. It's Wednesday, we're halfway through the working week, and here's another episode of The Chase Extra. Thanks for joining me, Jenny the Vixen Ryan, to test your quizzing prowess. I hope you've got your brains primed and your scorecards ready, because we're going to begin. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and especially let us know if you have tried the Which Chaser Are You filter on Instagram. Use the hashtag #TheChaseExtra and hopefully the gang will share your story. And if you want your friends to join in, tag them. Are you ready? The Chase Extra is on. Your first question on this lovely Wednesday. Number 1, which of these is not a real children's book? A. Pooh in the Garden. B. Cooking with Pooh. C. Pooh Gets Stuck. Question number 2. Your bacon number describes how many degrees of separation you are from what? Is it A. a pig, B. a vegetarian, or C. Kevin Bacon? Question number 3. Which of these senior political posts has not been held by Jack Straw? A. Chancellor of the Exchequer, B. Foreign Secretary, or C. Home Secretary? Question number 4. What is the female equivalent of a lumberjack? Is it A. Lumberjane, B. Lumberjill, or C. Lumberjanet? On to question number 5. Which of these songs charted highest in the UK? Is it A. Mr. Bojangles, B. Mr. Brightside, or C. Mr. Blue Sky? Question number 6. What is the most populous Spanish-speaking country in South America? A. Colombia, B. Peru, C. Bolivia? Question number 7. What numbers were allocated to the presidencies of George Bush Sr. and Jr.? A. 21st and 23rd, B. 31st and 33rd, C. 41st and 43rd. Question number 8. The length of what part of a bumblebee decides the flower species it feeds on? Is it A. the tongue, B. the legs, or C. the wings? Question number 9. Which of these fictional houses appeared in novels first? Is it A. Howard's End, B. Mansfield Park, or C. Wuthering Heights? And your final question today. Question 10. What professional sport was banned in Sweden between 1970 and 2007? Is it A. boxing, B. baseball, or C. bowling? And those are your questions. While you're deciding on your final answers, it's time for the mini music quiz. Did you get the answer yesterday? There was a clue there. It was related to Peter Kay. The song was Amarillo, as was a hit for Tony Christie and then for Tony with Mr. Peter Kay. More recently than that, a smash hit in fact. Now, I'm going to play another pop song Can you work out what this one is? Let me know in the comments and I'll reveal the answer tomorrow. Take your fingers out of your ears, the music bit is done. Now it's time for the answers to the quiz. So get your red pen and your teacher face on because it's time for the scores. Number 1, I asked you which of these is not a real children's book. Pooh in the Garden, Cooking with Pooh, Pooh Gets Stuck. The answer was... it was A, Pooh in the Garden. Cooking with Pooh is a children's cookery book related to Winnie the Pooh, and Pooh Gets Stuck is obviously the tale of when Pooh went to visit Rabbit and ate too much honey and couldn't get out the front door. Question number 2. Your bacon number describes how many degrees of separation you are from what? A pig, a vegetarian, or Kevin Bacon? The answer is... it's C, Kevin Bacon. Every actor is somehow linked to Kevin Bacon, and the lower your bacon number, the nearer you are to Kevin himself. It's just through the different people that you've worked with along the way. So Bradley Walsh has a bacon number of 2. He was in The Old Curiosity Shop with Toby Jones. Toby Jones was in Frost Nixon with Kevin Bacon. That's a pretty small bacon number, really, Brad. Question number 3. I asked you which of these senior political posts has not been held by Jack Straw? Chancellor of the Exchequer, Foreign Secretary, or Home Secretary? The answer is... it's A, Chancellor of the Exchequer. Jack was in Tony Blair's cabinet, in fact, Home Secretary 1997 to 2001 and Foreign Secretary 2001 to 2006. Question number 4. What is the female equivalent of a lumberjack? Lumberjane, Lumberjill, or Lumberjanet? The correct answer is... it's B, Lumberjill. The Lumberjills was the nickname of the Women's Timber Corps who were in service during the Second World War. Question number 5. Which of these songs charted highest in the UK? Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Brightside, or Mr. Blue Sky? The answer is... it's C, Mr. Blue Sky. Mr. Bojangles is a really well-known song associated with Sammy Davis Jr., but it didn't really trouble the charts. The highest chart position was number 96 in 1998 in the cover version by Nina Simone. Mr. Brightside's a huge anthem now, and it's well known from the Killers album Hot Fuss and for being played at pretty much every party and wedding reception ever at about 11:30 p.m. It's been on the chart for 225 weeks, but it only ever reached number 10. But Mr. Blue Sky was a relative smash hit for ELO. It was released in 1978 and reached a peak of number 6. Question number 6. I asked you, what is the most popular Spanish-speaking country in South America? Is it Colombia, Peru, or Bolivia? The answer is... it's A, Colombia, by quite some way. In fact, Colombia is bigger than both Peru and Bolivia combined in terms of population. It has a population over 50 million. Question 7. What numbers were allocated to the presidencies of George Bush Sr. and Jr.? 21st and 23rd, 31st and 33rd, 41st and 43rd. The answer is... C, 41st and 43rd. III. You knew that they were separated by one president, and that was Bill Clinton, but you had to work backwards, and it helped if you know that one nickname for Donald Trump is 45, because that relates to him being the 45th president. Question number 8. The length of what part of a bumblebee decides the flower species it feeds on? The tongue, the legs, or the wings? The answer is... it's A. It's pretty straightforward, really. The different species of bumblebee have evolved different length tongues because different flowers have different sized blooms. They all need to feed. Question number 9. Which of these fictional houses appeared in novels first? Howard's End, Mansfield Park, or Wuthering Heights? Your answer is... it's B, Mansfield Park. Mansfield Park was published in 1814, written by Jane Austen. Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte, came a little bit later in 1847, and Howard's End by E.M. Forster came out quite a bit later in 1910. But there's a nice quiz connection because the name of the quiz show, Only Connect, comes from Howard's End. And question number 10, your final question, was this one. What professional sport was banned in Sweden between 1970 and 2007? Boxing, baseball, or bowling? The answer is... it's A, boxing. And it's for health reasons. A very health and safety conscious and quite a pacifist government in Sweden. So even now, there are a lot of hoops to jump through if you want to run a boxing match in Sweden, and even down to the fact that matches are shorter, anything to protect the health and safety of the competitors. How did you get on with those questions? Hope you enjoyed them. Again, a few tricky and challenging ones, but I mean, we've got to keep those neurons firing somehow, haven't we? Don't forget, we want to see your selfies. We want to see who you're playing with or against at home. We want to see your score sheets. You can use @ITVChase or the hashtag #TheChaseExtra, just so that we can see those messages. We also would like to know if anybody in your house, you got the chance to dub them in, is CHEATing. If anybody is using, for instance, Google, other search engines are available. We would like to know, because we want a nice, even playing ground for everybody, and it's not fair. So, do dob people in. We want to know. We name and shame them. Because cheating is not in the spirit of quizzing. Have a bit of fun with it. And you want to rightfully and fairly beat the opposition. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 6 p.m, straight after the chase. Another 10 questions coming your way. Keep your scorecard filled out. We're nearly there. Let's see how well you can do overall. So as an extra treat, on my way out, I'm going to leave you with another classic blooper from the Chase archives. For now, the Chase Extra is over. Stay safe, everyone. See you later.
Hello, Dave the gardener.
Hello, Jenny.
So you want a new greenhouse? You know what they say about people in glass houses? They shouldn't enter quiz shows.
People in glass houses shouldn't get undressed with the light on. That's what I say. Especially when I'm in the bottom of their garden. It is forearm, well played, step close to home. Chaser has put. Goes right with forearm from the cubit.
Yeah, that's the linguistic clue that I was going for.
Yeah. From there to there is a cubit, was that correct?
Yeah, and then there to there's a span.
There you go. Fine, see you. Yeah.
I'll be the policeman. Which one do you want to be? I'll be the policeman.
The cowboy.
OK,
Yeah.
let's go. I'll get me coat. Here's your next question. Goes wrong with one man.
Those match the day like gladiators.
Gets you going.
Yeah.
Much too upbeat.
Boom!
Potato.